So we're recording now. This is English class for 7th and 8th grade on April the 21st. Got several things to cover. One of those things is that I went through all of our grades last night till the wee hours of the morning, and I know there's something that we need to discuss, and that is there's a lot of missing work. And there's some work that you turned in that you didn't actually do the assignment. And this is not everybody, so please don't take it personally if you did it perfect. Several of you did it perfectly, and I'm giving you your applause right now. You did awesome. Okay. Now, others, whenever I put in the GP assignments, which are grammar, page, whatever assignments, those are introduction assignments. So that means that you watch the little video that has me explaining the concept and then doing the first question in each section, and then you do it yourself and turn those in. And those have to be turned in before the GRP assignment gets published, because that assignment's going to have the answers for the first one, so I have to cut it off, and you can't make up those as late. But in most cases, you had a couple of days. Well, all cases, you had a couple of days. Most cases, you had a whole week between the two. So when you go back and look at the things that are missing, I put an X code on things that can't be made up. And the only things that are X's are grades, things that you didn't turn in. If you did not turn in a GP assignment, grammar, page, whatever. But all of the things that aren't turned in otherwise, like the grammar review page assignments, and then anything with regard to spelling, anything with regard to literature, all of that stuff can be turned in late for credit, for almost full credit. In some cases, full credit, because I want you to make it up and do a good job. Those are just regular M for missing, okay? So if you need to go into the grade book and look for every assignment that's showing up as an M, and you need to do it. You'll notice that I've given you a huge break on assignments this week. Your job so far this week, and I'm going to play it by ear, but so far this week is to read your play, Romeo and Juliet, to get prepared to work on that outline, work on the outline, and make up this work. So that's what this week so far is all about, and I want to continue that for a day or two more. Now, you do have a spelling quiz tomorrow, as usual, so be prepared to do that. Let's not have any kind of literature quiz or test. We're not prepared for that anyway right now. Just spelling tomorrow. At this point, most of you, we should be done with our poem. We've had all of those quizzes. Some of you didn't turn in the final quiz, the final poetry quiz, and so you can still do that. You need to send me a video of you telling me the whole thing like this, so that I know you know it. Now I can't see through my glasses, but you need to send that to me, and you'll get 100%. Like if you make 100 on that, you'll get 100% for the poem test, and you'll get quite a bit of percent for all those prior ones that you missed. Now, if you just didn't do them until now, I'm not going to give you full credit, but if you did and you make 100 now, then you're done with poetry. So anyway, there's that. Anybody have any questions about making up your grades? Some of you got a lot to make up, and I'm giving you this week, much of this week to do it. So please do it. If you have questions about it, I need to see those questions now. Either put it in the chat or say it to me, unmute and say it to me, or give me a electronic raised hand or something like that. Okay. Olivia, what's your cat's name?
Navi.
Navi is trying to get in our class.
Mm-hmm.
Is Navi pretty good at your homework? Is that who's been doing your work for you?
Yes, she's very smart.
Okay. Wow. Okay, but I do want to thank those of you who've been working so hard. There's some of you that have not missed a beat, and you've been really paying attention to my videos that I'm making. I'm putting in quite a bit of effort to still teach during this time, and so I'm hoping that you're taking advantage of that and watching those videos from the beginning to the end and filling out every little thing. Next week, for sure, and maybe even at the end of this week, I'm going to put, instead of you turning in pictures of things, I'm going to actually set up some quizzes for you to do. So you do the work on your book, and then you put those answers in a quiz, and then that way I'm not looking at photos, but you're actually getting graded for the work you're doing. I think that'll work out better. So I probably won't start that. At the earliest, I'll start it Thursday, but I might not start that until next Monday. We'll just have to just keep looking every day. Keep looking at your RenWeb assignments so that you know what's happening. But as long as folks are turning in stuff that's late, then I'm content to just let you do that this week. Okay. Now, next, I want to talk about the exciting email that Miss Sharon, through my email account, sent to everybody last night. If you know what I'm talking about, I'm going to see all the faces I can see. Raise your hand, your physical hand, if you know what I'm talking about. There was some good news in that, but not all of you probably know about it. So I'm going to just make sure you know, okay? Make sure that everybody gets it. So let's, what you're seeing right now is the actual letter that was sent. And I'm going to look, the part that's important is down here, final exams for grades 6 through 11. If you have an F or a D in this class, whenever it's time for finals, you have to take my final exam. If you have a C or better, you can choose whether or not you want to take my final exam. Here's how it's going to work. It's going to be an essay for me, because it's going to be a lot of it on you. You actually have to write a very detailed essay, multiple topics. I'll give you the topics. But anyway, that final exam, if you do well on it, it will help, and it helps your average, then great. If it hurts your average, then we'll throw it out. So you taking it can only benefit your grade. But you don't have to take it at all if you've got a C, B, or an A, okay? Our last day of instruction, where I'm giving you assignments to do and or we're having Zoom meetings or whatever, that last day of instruction is right here. Let's see, May 13th. So I will, on May the 14th, I'm not going to be giving any more assignments for the rest of the year. Beginning May 14th is what we're calling finals exam time, final exam week. So if you're taking final exams, that's when you do it. If you have any makeup work, that has to be turned in no later than May 19th. Okay, so you have from now until May 19th to make up all the stuff that you've missed. After May 19th, nothing. You get what you get, and you don't throw a fit, okay? And however, May 19th is quite a while from now. So everybody on this call and everybody that watches the video later, all of you have the opportunity to make a great grade in this class, okay? Even those of you who have bad grades now have the opportunity to drastically improve them. But I want to put my big old face on the screen to explain this. The thing you have to do is do the work and do it accurately. Meaning, don't just, hey, he said this GRP assignment, I've already done this, so I'm just going to take pictures and send it to him. No, because the GRP is where you watch me and you and I together for 30 minutes or more go through every question on that assignment, and I give you the right answers, and then you write the right answers in, because that's how I can tell whether you've done it. I look at your paper, and if your answers match my answers, then you get credit. If your answers don't match my answers, then you don't get credit. And I know some of them, sometimes your answers are just as right as my answers, but that's not what this one's about. This one's about you listening to me discuss the thing and you correcting yours to match my answers, because together, me on video, you in person, and your book, all of that is the teaching process. You guys, you understand? So even if you might say, Mr. Jamie's answers are no better than mine. Well, they probably, in some ways, are more accurate just because it's me, not just me, but also the teacher's guide. You know, I'm studying to be able to do the assignment for you as well. So there's things that I'm talking about while we're doing it that are helpful. And those of you who've been watching the videos and really doing it in detail, you know what I'm saying, that it really is me trying to teach how this works so that you can learn from it. So anyway, that's what I need for you to do. So if I looked at one of those GRP assignments and your answers didn't match mine, then I gave you a missing and put a note in there and sent it back to you to do. So some of you thought you had more done than you have. Okay. But I'm slowed down, right? This week is catch-up week. So I'm not, it's not like I'm burdening you with new stuff. I'm burdening you with the things that you didn't really put the effort in before. Okay. That's the plan. Anybody have any questions about that? Do I see any hands? I see no physical hands. I don't see any electronic hands. Braxton, what?
So for all the other classes, if we just have a C, B, or A, we don't have to take them?
That is accurate.
Okay.
And mine too.
Really?
Me too.
Away. Praise
Logan?
the Lord. I mean,
You can just call me Mr. Jamie. All right. So I see, Logan, that you're in. So you got credit for being here. Okay. Now you just got in, did you not, Logan?
He got here before I did. He had to help me get in.
Oh, he did? Okay. I just now saw you and I didn't list you in the original list. So that's what I'm saying. Well, Kyrie, you pretty much were here before I started talking about much of anything. So I think you guys are both good on information. I'm going to post this recording on my page like I have been, so you guys can rewatch it if you need to. And if you find somebody, one of your friends that didn't show up for the meeting, you can tell them, hey, go to Mr. Jamie's site and watch the session because it will be posted on there. Let me go back to the people that I can see that have their video turned on. Raise your hand if you've been to my virtual classroom page. Okay, good. That means everybody pretty much has. Everybody but Emery. Oh, she did too. Okay, so good. Well, I'm hopefully you're noticing there's like 50 something videos on there. I'm trying to give you the information that you need to do a good job. So there you go. All right, I have covered all the information that I need to cover. I need to ask you if some of you are still having problems. Like I noticed a couple of you haven't done your poem yet, and that's hurting your grade immensely, but you can still do it. If you're having trouble with video getting it to me or something, then we need to do maybe just a one-on-one Zoom or something. You need to contact me though, because you got to take control of your own problem that you're having and let me help you, because I am absolutely willing to help. I just need you to say, hey, Mr. Jamie, I need your help doing this. And I'll say, yes, you bet, I'll help you. Okay. All right. Well, that's all I need from you. I miss you guys terribly. Even some of you that I didn't think I would. I do. So I hope you're doing well. You have smiles and stuff, so that's good. I'm glad that you still have your joy. And I'm thankful that none of us that I know of are sick, so I'm very thankful for that. Uh-oh, new message. Let's see. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. In fact, if you who, Leah just told everybody to be safe, and that's kind. Leah, if you need help with anything, with some of those assignments, send me a message and we'll do a Zoom, okay? Anthony, boy. All right. Love you guys. Have a great one. We'll see you next time.
Mr. Jamie.
What? I said questions. Anybody have questions?
Okay. Braxton, gosh.
Yeah, what do you need, Braxton?
You hopefully you don't get mad, but what? How do I send for AV? How do I send the like? Where should I send the video?
Okay, I'll stop the recording now, and then I'll talk to you about it.